Hi Taurus, welcome to your June 2022 general reading. Thanks for joining me. My name is Michelle and this is for Sun and Rising signs. General reading here today. I'm leaving this completely open to Spirit for the messages that come through for my beautiful Taurus for the month of June 2022. So let's see, I've been meditating on these cards, so let's get started with the reading. I'll pop down the tarot and then I will be getting some oracle cards for you guys as well. So Taurus, what is on tap for my beautiful Taurus for the month of June 2022? Okay, let's get the overall message for you guys. Spiritual message for Taurus. Spiritual message for Earth sign Taurus, Sun and Rising for the month of June. Spiritual message for Taurus. What does Taurus need to hear? Earth sign Taurus. What does Taurus need to hear for June 2022? Message for Taurus. What does Taurus need to hear? Okay, we have consciously complete. I like that energy. It does feel very much like being aware of patterns, being aware of cycles, bringing them to a close, not repeating cycles that needn't be repeated. Let's get the energy around you. What is the energy around Taurus for the month of June, please, Spirit? The energy around Taurus. The energy around Taurus. Okay. Creativity, imagination, expression, originality, and passion. Okay, and let's also get the message here for Taurus. Taurus, what does Taurus need to hear? What does Taurus, okay, and we have enlightenment. Okay, yes, something seems to be coming out. When it comes to this, I'm picking it up as a past pattern, guys. You're becoming aware of a pattern, a cycle, which has created conflict. And rather than keep doing the same thing over and over, you're realizing, hang on a minute, maybe I need to change this up. Maybe I need to do things a little bit differently here. So Taurus, let's get into the reading. We do have the Four of Wands. Now, this is a very, this is a very stable energy. And the feeling that I'm getting around it is attached to this creativity, actually. Now, this is card number 35. If you reduce that, we're talking about the number 8. So some significance there. And what I'm getting around this is something's ready to flow through you. Something's ready to flow through you with this enlightenment. And of course, whether we're conscious of it or not, we're always continually crafting our story. I'm going to call you the storyteller here, Taurus, because I feel like there's an energy around you of writing a different story, reframing a story. It almost feels like getting to the end of a book here and saying, okay, I've completed that chapter, or that book is closed. What do I write next? What do you write next, Taurus? So whether you're conscious of it or not, we are constantly contributing to our story. And this is how we think, what we feel, what we say, how we act, and through the creations that we bring into the world. Now, if you think of masters, people who have created great works in the past, they all recognize creativity as a doorway into and an expression of more than just ourselves. Yes. The feeling around this is when we're in the flow, when we're creating something really important, when we're in that realm of imagination, it seems to come from not just within ourselves, but from some other kind of source. So I feel like there's an energy here of connecting with source, and there's stability around you, this Four of Wands. This feels like being in a stable place in order to connect to source. Surrounded by beauty, surrounded by comfort, in order to connect to source. But why am I getting this? Why am I getting that this gets you so far? This gets you far. It gets you pretty far, but it doesn't get you across the finishing line. Okay, let's see where this is going, guys. The Ten of Swords, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was getting this energy around you of, okay, yes, I have this comfort around me. I have this stable place. It's nice. I feel that wherever you're living, it's comfortable. But there's something here about completing this out or needing to change things in your environment in order to tap in to a different, well, in order to tap into something else. I'm not sure what it is yet, guys. It may be a creative expression. I get for a lot of you Taurians, you seem to be putting something out to the world. It may be in your work, or it could be something that you're doing as a hobby. But it seems like there's something that you need to do in order to open up this new creative stream. Okay, and it involves ending a cycle. Okay, all right. Let's see where this is going. Six of Swords. Yes, this does feel like moving on. There's an energy around this of transition and change and transformation in order to bring about something new into the world. I get for a lot of you, you may be moving, you may be changing jobs. There's some kind of safety that you're leaving behind here in order to pursue a passion, something that involves your imagination, your creativity. Okay, it seems like you have to leave it. You feel like you need to leave home in order to do this. Now, let's see why that might be. We've got the Ace of Cups. Now, this is a font. This is going to the well. This is creativity. So you feel like the well isn't going to come to you, you have to go to the well. Okay, I got it. I got you, Taurus. I got your back. You're becoming aware that in order to rise up or rise to the occasion or step up in terms of your creativity, your career, whatever it is you're trying to bring about into the world here, that you can't expect it to come to you. You have to get out there and make it happen, and I get you going to the well, wherever that well is. But it's a challenge to get to that well, because you're leaving safety behind with this Four of Wands. Interesting energy, guys. Now, this card of being consciously complete, 43. If you reduce that, it's 7, so it is about change, transition, mastery, checking in with yourself, seeing where you are on your ladder here. How far are you along? Of course, life is constantly moving, constantly changing. So it seems like one part of your life is ending. And you're going through a transition, a change, so that you can write the next book. I get that. So that you can write the next book. This book is done. You feel like you need to move, to change, to make some kind of big move here in order to write this next book of yours, this next story of your life. Life, of course, is a constant motion of endings, but in endings there are new beginnings. So this is about being aware that the completion of something is not death. It's not an ending per se as all-encompassing. It is but an open door. Remember, I was talking about masters in the past, considering that open door. And that open door is Source. So I feel like it's like Source tapping you on the shoulder here, Taurus, and saying, I've opened a door for you. Are you going to step through? Because there's something here for you at this well of creativity. And it's something that can, I get rising to the occasion, something that brings about new life, vitality, health as well. I get health here. Yeah. Now, of course, in ending something, we don't forget. We remember. We have the memories. So we integrate that. We integrate the past and our memories of the past, the lessons that we've learned, as we open ourselves to something brand new with this Ace of Cups. So it seems like a cycle is ending here, Taurus, or has recently ended, a relationship, an experience, a project coming to a close. And I get a pattern is being released. So this energy of I was getting that right at the beginning, of needing to close out a pattern, closing out a pattern of behavior. That seems to be coming to a close, Taurus. Now, there's a feeling around this of closure, excuse me, of course. And in order to establish closure, we have to work with energy, with how we feel, with our emotions, the vibration, change. This will ensure that you're not weighed down by the past with this Ten of Swords, because if we become weighted down with past energy, it can stop us in our tracks. That can cause stagnation or worse, guys. So there's an energy around this of needing to connect with energy, needing to recognize the energy, recognize the flow, that there is power and life in movement. Now, in doing that, we don't want to get too caught up in the flow of the movement either. So we have to, as you are an earth sign, you need to ground yourself. So it's about, I get teeter-tottering backwards and forwards, making sure that you are constantly checking in with yourself to see how you feel and sitting with the energies. And if you feel like something's getting out of whack there, if you're becoming too grounded, excuse me, or too much the other side, too unanchored, then there's a need here to take a step back and say, okay, well, what do I need to adjust here to make sure that I'm in the correct flow? Yeah. I do get that it has something to do with this release. I get a need to step back here and make sure that you're really, truly ready to release, that you are accepting and ending and embracing the experience, acknowledging the lessons that it brought. Because it does feel like this is challenging, whatever that you're letting go of here. There's an energy of gratitude here as well, being grateful for the experience, grateful for the lesson, and being able to release it in order to let it go, so that you can complete out this cycle and say, okay, well, you know what? I recognize that that pattern is no longer serving me. I'm consciously closing it out, accepting that I've learned the lesson. And I get this alchemical kind of synthesis around you where you're getting to this place of recalibrating where something had become too stagnant. Okay, yeah, you Taurus, you really do need to balance out those energies, because if I get you having this unstable kind of energy whenever there's this feeling of being untethered, where you feel like you need to ground yourself, but it's something that how do I explain that? Well, let's see. I'm going to get an oracle from this and see if Spirit can guide you there, because I feel that's the key here. Let's look here as well. The High Priestess. Okay, yes. All right. Can you clarify this for Taurus, please, Spirit? Breaking free and moving forward. Well, yeah, okay. Breaking free of this energy of needing to feel grounded. Now, what Spirit is giving me here with the High Priestess is that if you can ground yourself, that grounding doesn't mean another person, grounding doesn't mean a place or even a house or an apartment. Grounding is you. Wherever you are grounded. So that's what Spirit's giving me. If you can find stability within yourself, know that you're okay, know that you'll be fine. If you can find that place of strength and that inner knowing that everything will work out fine, it always has, Taurus. If you can find that stable place within yourself, then you don't need this other thing that was giving you the stability, whatever that was, a relationship, a house, a place, a career, whatever. And this will allow you to move forward with this energy of breaking free of what was binding you, this need for stability, this need for something else to ground you. Okay, it will give you this energy of, we've got Neptune here. This feels like strength. Yeah. Now, when we talk about breaking free, of course, we have to look honestly at our situation and recognize when something isn't working. You may have become entangled in something here, Taurus, but you have the power to break free from something that feels limiting or feels disempowering. So I get you saying no to an old pattern of finding security and stability in something else other than you. Yes. The feeling that I'm getting around this is, well, it's a number of things. It feels like cutting cords. Now, this again doesn't mean that we're removing the memories or removing the lesson. You know, it feels like Taurus in the past, one of the issues that you've had is repeating a cycle because you've cut yourself free from past situations and cut it so cleanly or so radically that you don't bring the lesson with you. It's almost like having amnesia. Like you have some kind of experience, you go through a pattern, it ends, and then you get amnesia. It feels like something you block it off, black it out, say that, and almost like it didn't happen. And then you repeat the cycle because you're not bringing the lesson with you. It's like you've got karmic amnesia, but no longer, Taurus. You're not doing that any longer. And I feel that's the key here. Now you're cutting out something, you're ending something, you're moving on, but you're not doing it with this amnesia. You're consciously aware of what you're doing. Okay, let's see what else is coming out for you guys. The Eight of Wands. Speed in the past has not been a friend of yours, because I do see you cycling through quite rapidly. I get rapid cycling. There's an energy here of slowing things down so you recognize what you're doing, recognize the patterns that you're repeating. So if you've gotten into something, or you've gotten into sticky situations in the past due to speed and movement, possibly due to fear involving stability, security, that feeling of being ungrounded or untethered. If you've done something rash or something that feels like repeating a pattern because of that fear and you've done it quickly, the energy that I'm picking up around this is the need to slow things way down here, almost to a stop, so that you can see the pattern that is repeating around you at the present time, and that you can, it's telling me it's not too late to change this pattern. Okay, to end this pattern and not do it anymore, Taurus. Yeah, it's something to do with speed there in the past, where you've gotten into things just too quickly and gotten out of things too quickly. Spirit is giving me as well. So getting into things, making radical changes too quickly. It's not your friend. Okay, now we have the Page of Wands. Now I like this because this is enthusiasm, it's the spirit of adventure. You know, whenever we cut ties, whenever we cut cords, whenever we leave home, or we leave something that's like home, or we're leaving a comfort zone, if we can do it with this spirit of a child, if we can do it with the spirit of adventure, I feel like a lot of us have forgotten that spirit of adventure. To get into this mindset, maybe read some books. I'm getting like old-fashioned adventure novels, like Treasure Island. And maybe watch some old movies like Raiders of the Lost Ark, or any of those Indiana Jones movies, or even like Treasure of the Sierra Madre, or gosh, I'm really going back there, and any old, well, maybe even just Jungle Cruise, something new, something to give you that spirit of exploring the unknown and being okay with venturing out of a comfort zone, and just being okay with not knowing the outcome. You know, they always say that a traveller gets the most experience out of their travels by just the journey itself. It's not the destination. So that's what I'm feeling here, Taurus. Don't worry so much about the destination. Just enjoy the journey. And we have the Six of Wands. This is nice. I feel like victory is assured if you can wrestle yourself out of the temptation to repeat an old cycle here, and you're being called to embrace something new, something calling to your imagination, firing up your sense of expression. If you can imagine yourself as like some of you are creative, some of you may be creating something. It could be a book, it could be songwriting, it could be you could be a musician, or you could be an actor, or anything really. Something that fires up that sense of originality, doing something out of the norm so that you can write a different story. Spirit is asking you to write a different story. This book's over. Time to write a different story for yourself. This will allow you, this will open up the flow, you know, that font that I was talking about? The flow. So if you've been feeling blocked, if you've been feeling like not in a creative mindset, this is going to unblock that. And we do have the Ten of Wands. Yeah. It's hard. This is not an easy energy. I feel like there's something that you need to do here. Spirit's giving me this, you know, the best writers, or the best creators. Let's just say that the best creators have lived what they are writing about, or what they're creating. They've lived it. Taurus, some of you are attempting to write something or put something out there from your imagination, but it's not something you've actually experienced. And I feel that you want to experience. I feel like in order to complete a project, or in order to complete something that is going to be really take you to the next level of success here, I feel that you need to make a big push here to get yourself out and expose yourself to that which you are trying to create. I don't know exactly what that means, guys, but Spirit is giving me that message now. This energy of enlightenment, Spirit is telling me it's about that. So let's talk about that. When we talk about this picture here now, this looks like a ship. So with the Six of Swords here, I am picking up that you may need to travel from home. You may need to create some kind of distance here. Maybe even like go on a solo journey. It's a great big beautiful world out there. You know, the galaxy is vast. The world is vast. Enlightenment, of course, occurs only when we step out of ourselves, what we define our sense of self to be, and expand into something else. So I get this energy of forces around you, supporting you, moving you out of one thing towards another. You're being asked to have faith that you are being guided by the universe, and also to have faith in yourself. You're also being asked to believe that you are much more than you yourself believe yourself to be. Yeah, the sky's the limit. I get that for you it's all about expansion, expansive transformation in a quite remarkable way. If you can trust that the changes ahead are for the greater good, because they most certainly are. Taurus, wow, it's beautiful energy that I'm picking up for you. I'm going to leave it there and wish you all the very best. But before I go, I want to talk about this card of move forward. Now this of course is an energy of movement. Remember I was talking about needing to feel the energy of change around you. This is the warrior king of the sea, and he wants you to step up and be bold. So whatever it is, Taurus, that you've been thinking about doing, this card says the time is now. If you've been waiting for the moment to take action, well, that perfectly imperfect moment is now. So time of inaction, procrastination is in the past. You know in your heart that the current circumstances cannot stay the same, and bold action is required. You'll know what you need to do here, Taurus, so act with courage, move forward boldly, and trust in life to guide you. Now, whatever you can do or dream, begin it. Boldness has power. Boldness has movement. So take heed. I get an exciting time of activity lies ahead, something that's going to lift you out of your current life here and into a whole new world. Now, a lot of you are feeling pretty comfortable with your old life here. You may not feel like moving anywhere, let alone forward. But this card is saying, well, it's a spontaneous kind of energy. It seems like remember I was talking about this pattern with this breaking free and moving forward, making sure that when you do this, you're doing it consciously. Okay, that's the only red flag I have with this reading, is make sure that you're not just repeating a past cycle, Taurus, of this cutting, getting amnesia, and then repeating the cycle. No, this is conscious awareness of what you're doing and doing it slowly. So that spontaneous energy there, that's the only thing that is the red flag for me. I get making sure that you are consciously aware of every move that you're making moving forward. Okay, I need to get another card on that, guys, because I feel that that's important. Let's get a clarifier. Can you clarify that for my beautiful Taurus? Can you clarify that? Wheel of Fortune. Okay. All right. Okay. What I'm getting around this is an opportunity, a lucky opportunity. It's like fortune favors the brave. So there's something that you're consciously aware of that you see as an opportunity. Okay. And that's what's going to power this forward. All right. An opportune moment. This is, the timing is right. The timing is now. Okay. The timing is right. The timing is now. As long as you're moving forward consciously with this awareness of what you're doing, why you're doing it, then everything will work out for you. Is what I'm getting this, because the hand of destiny, the hand of fate is here. This is fated. This change of yours, this movement, it's fated. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Taurus, and wish you all the very best. If you'd like a personal reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com, or you can go to my Etsy store, Gypsy Insights Tarot, and purchase directly. I wish you all the very best. Please do press that thumbs up button before you leave, guys. That would be wonderful. Drop me a comment down below, and just let me know that you're watching, that you're out there. That would be wonderful. And if you're a newcomer, I'd love to have you subscribe. So Taurus, thank you again for watching and listening. If you're listening on the podcast on Apple, Spotify, and Amazon Music, thank you so much, guys. I will talk to you again very soon. Please take care.